Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to expose my bucket list to y'all. So it is full of really weird and nearly impossible things, and it's also filled with things that I could probably do in an hour but haven't gotten to yet. There are things that I'll probably have to be working on my whole life and things that I could learn today. But it's all stuff that makes me super excited, and the reason I wanted to share my bucket list with y'all is because I think it'll give you an idea of more of who I am and also what you might be seeing on this channel, because I am not someone who can niche down, okay? Niched, whatever. I cannot niche down like other YouTubers, like Natalia Taylor does tea times. I like everything. I like art and language and literature and music and gaming and food. Just, I like too many things, but I absolutely refuse to niche down my channel because it's my channel, and if people don't like it, that's fine. But quarantine has given me a lot of time to just ponder and daydream about things that I would like to do in the future. The reason I'm kind of calling it exposing my bucket list is because I have gotten a lot of hate for some things that are on it from people that like I really care about too. They just don't believe that I can accomplish them, but I freaking do. With that being said, you now know why it's not just a simple list and something that's really important to me, but I wanted to share that information and my desires with you. So let's get to the very first thing. The very first thing on my list is to graduate from Texas A&M University with a communications degree and get out into the world. I feel a little trapped in College Station, and that might be because there's literally nowhere to go because of quarantine and this pandemic, but also it might just be because I don't necessarily fit in and I just really badly want to see the world. So the very first thing I want to do is graduate. I have a year and 1 semester left, so I'll be graduating in 2022. So I don't have that much time left. And it's not that I hate school. I actually really love all of the classes that I'm taking right now. I love my social media class. I love my arts class. I love my, I don't really like Spanish that much. But that is to just say I don't hate school. I just want to get out into the world already. Eesh. I also really just want to have a windowsill garden. I know that isn't like a really big thing, but I think it's so cute to have just little tiny herbs and stuff. I would love to have basil, because basil is one of my favorite herbs, maybe oregano, but I literally have never been able to grow oregano in my life. I would love to have chamomile and just a way to make everything a little fresher looking, and I just love plants, and having it by the windowsill is having like a little garden in your bedroom. Number 3 is I really want to get to the point of reading a book a day. I have been trying to get back into reading, and it has been so freaking difficult. That takes a lot of patience. It's very hard for me to sit down for hours at a time. Number 4, I really want to grow my nails out. I still have a habit of biting them because of just anxiety and stuff, and also it has just been ingrained in me since I was a kid. I've been biting my nails since who knows how long, but I am slowly getting better at not biting them. They're like growing out a little longer, but I still break them very frequently. I just need to stop that habit. Number 5 is I want to be trilingual. I really love learning languages. And I know I just said I hated Spanish, but that is specifically solely because of the professor. She freaks me out. But I really want to be fluent in Spanish and Italian. Thankfully, they're both Romance languages, and I've already studied Latin for 5 years, so learning Romance languages is fairly easier for me. Regardless, learning a language is still difficult. I would love to get to the point where I can easily have a conversation with no problem. I also want to learn how to sew a dress, and I talk about it all the time. I have kind of stepped away from fast fashion like Forever 21 or H&M. Another step kind of getting away from that is if you're able to make your own clothes, and you can save money doing it that way, and you get exactly what you want. I would love to be able to know exactly how to sketch out the details of a dress and get the right measurements and then sew. And I looked up sewing machines recently thinking they would be maybe like $50, but they're like as much as an iPad, so I think I'm gonna just put that aside for another year. But it's still something that I want to keep on my bucket list because it's definitely possible to do, to learn how to sew a dress. And I just want to be able to make at least one gaming video on YouTube. I feel like I'm gonna be on YouTube for a while. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world, but I want to have at least one try at it. I don't really know how to set it up or stream. I've never done that, but I've been gaming since I was a kid. So it excites me a lot and I have a lot of knowledge on it. I just don't talk about it on my channel. Also, it'd be nice to be alive when the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, but who knows if that's ever gonna happen. And since you're probably already getting the gist that I really like making my own stuff from scratch, I also really want to make my own tea from scratch. Of course, one day when I settle down somewhere on rolling hills and a lot of land, I want to have an herb garden, and from those herbs I want to dry them and grind them up, and I want to be able to make my very own tea right from the ground. And I would love to actually pick up my ukulele for once and learn how to play it, because I've had it since high school, maybe mid-high school. I have learned some things on it and then I just forget it, and then I go back to it and I realize I just forgot all of the knowledge that I have compiled. Not to mention, I feel like ukulele is a really perfect instrument for someone who likes to travel and kind of just be alone and wander and stuff. It's one of those like fantastical, mystical instruments. And speaking of traveling, one of my this is like big on the list. I really want to do van life. I've been thinking about it for years and I feel like it really fits me. Van life consists of renovating in some way. It doesn't have to be extreme, but I would like to have like a little sink area and maybe an outside shower. It consists of renovating a van in some way or another to live in it and travel on the road, and I absolutely love that idea. I don't really need a big space to live. I don't really want too much when it comes to material objects. I find joy in other things like nature and food. If you find joy in material objects, that's totally fine. That's you. I just don't feel that connection to it. I'd rather have experiences. If this channel continues after college, you will see me doing van life. That will probably be a big thing on my channel, just traveling all across the country, maybe Europe, because girl, I want to get out of here, and just living on the road with Lunchbox, of course. And he will be treated with hikes and good food, and that's all I need. I don't know, I haven't been counting, but we're on number 12 now, and it is I want to learn how to make latte art. I am a coffee addict. I have a coffee bar in my apartment, and I don't know how to do the little to make the flower on the top of the coffee. I just really want to learn how to do that. I know friends that know how to do it. Maybe I should reach out to them. Another big life goal I have is to own maybe like a cottage or an apartment. I don't think an apartment, but just an area of some kind, a house, a home, and rent it out to people via Airbnb for an extra source of income. I love the idea of having a place that I can go to whenever I need a place to stay in just one location, being able to travel the other time, and while I'm out, make money from it. I personally would like this area to be maybe more near the coast, not on the water, place that's like a little touristy, but still in a more rural area. Do those two go together? I don't think they go together, but we'll figure it out when we get there. And I really should have meshed all of the plant stuff that I want to do in my life all together in just one big group, because we have another one, and that is to become pro at plants identification. And it really all depends on where I live in the future, because obviously there are several regions that vary on mycelium and herbs, but it'll probably be where I grew up, like the New England northern area, or just some other really green area in the world, like Nordic areas in Europe, because I've been looking into living there because I don't want to be an American anymore. continuing on, this is one that I don't need to happen, but I am manifesting it into my universe. I really would love to reach 10,000 subscribers while I'm in college. Obviously that requires me to be more consistent, which I am not, but I am trying to work on it. And I think it's really important to be consistent when you have a project like a YouTube channel. So that is just another goal of mine. Get more subscribers to 10,000 would be so amazing, and just be more consistent with it. Upload every week on the same day. Number 16 is to scuba dive in the coral reefs, safely, of course. I love coral reefs. I studied biology for part of the time in college where I wanted to be a marine biologist and go into biodiversity loss and coral bleaching, but that obviously didn't happen. I'm in communications now. I still hold a love for ecology and coral, so if I could scuba dive and maybe do some more research on it, I would love to do that in my travel. And number 17 is very difficult. This kind of takes a totally different turn. One day when I'm older, I would love to become self-sufficient on any land that I own, because I really hope that one day I will own land. I love agriculture, and while I don't necessarily want to farm, I would love to grow a diverse amount of different plants and vegetables and flowers and have chickens to live on. This would reduce my carbon footprint, and I just love gardening. So yeah, that's another big one. And one day I would love to adopt another cat to be friends with Lunchbox and to name her Sushi. Specifically the name Sushi. I don't know why, I just love it, and I think it would go great with Lunchbox's name. It's a combo. It's a combo. And another one of these is, if it happens, it happens, and that's great. If it doesn't, and that's totally fine. But one day I think it would be really cool if YouTube could be a full-time thing. I by no means want to blow up, like get the millions and millions of subscribers, because at that point it can get kind of scary. And I know small YouTubers that have gotten that big and it just ruined their career. And you know what? I'm not putting that negativity out. If it happened to be a full-time thing, I would love that. I would love to share my travels with y'all, my plant crap with y'all, Lunchbox's life. YouTube is something that makes me happy, and I would do it for all of eternity if I could. And for number 20, I left my biggest goal for last, and that is travel to every single country in the world. Do you see now what I mean by like this isn't just kind of like a regular bucket list? Like, this is something that I got a lot of hate for. A lot of people don't think that I'll ever be able to do it. I want to fully immerse myself into as many cultures and languages and different kinds of land and ecology that there is. I just want to see the world. That is my ultimate goal. That is why I feel like I am on this earth, is to just travel. That is the biggest thing. Out of anything on this list, that is the one that I will be working towards the hardest. I'm already saving up to travel the world. I've already traveled starting since high school, saving up, using my own money to travel, and I'm going to continue doing it for the rest of my life. As I said, if I don't get to do all of these things in my bucket list, that's okay. Like, nobody does every single thing they've ever wanted to do. Also, it changes throughout their whole life. Maybe one day I don't want to have a windowsill garden. Maybe I won't be alive when the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. It's a possibility, but I'm still manifesting it all and planning for it and thinking positively towards it. But yeah, that is essentially it. I hope that it gives you kind of some insight of what my channel might be this year to many years in the future, because it is not going away. I have been planning on making a YouTube channel for years, since middle school. Yeah, that's essentially it. If you like travel, if you like plants, if you like cats, then stick around because I got a lot of goals and hopefully you will see them come to life. But let me know down in the comments, what is your biggest thing on your bucket list? Is it to have a house? Is it to get married? Is it to start like a podcast? Just let me know. Like, I want to hear everything that y'all have to say. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to leave a like, maybe comment down below. I love hearing from y'all. And if you want to hear more from me, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notifications every single time that I post, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!